I want to thank you all for being here. This is officially Soup City Sins, Season 7, Episode 4, at Usque, Hodie. When we last left our members of the shelter, Dizzy and Hestia had absconded with Detective Ambrose and made it to their temporary interrogation facilities in the basement of an abandoned building not far from Cook's North Side. While across town, Lucio was wrapping up with a date arrangement with the professor himself. His phone.
Oh God, he used the actual word.
His phone going off with a text from Hestia letting him know that they've been summoned to the prince. Strangely enough, as per usual with his technological devices, only now appearing, showing that it was in fact sent hours earlier. And so we begin in alphabetical order. Dizzy, the operation in of itself was a relative success. Looking back on what occurred in Crooks, there is something that sticks in her head. It's on the tip of her tongue, but you just can't quite place it. It's that niggling thought that maybe the stove was left on that you have when you leave your home or your apartment, but it's pertaining solely to what took place before she intercepted the detective on his way out. Something happened. Something was there. Something dancing just on the edge. And while I'm sure you all taken the pains to secure the detective, what steps did you all take to make sure that he was pliable?
I mean, in Dizzy's world, everyone is pliable. But as far as any security or what information we needed to get, I leave that to someone else because Dizzy wasn't real clear what we were going after to begin with.
Okay. So outside of the very actual kidnapping of a Chicago police detective, which is typically frowned on, officially, even a road rambler such as Dizzy is aware that Chicago has a slew of near antiquarian-esque rules, part of which is do not interfere with police, do not interfere with the media, do not interfere with the fire department. Yet here you all are at the prince's behest, kidnapping, off the books of course, a very real member of one of those hallowed institutions.
Well, I mean, I didn't make him come with me exactly.
Fishing is in fact hunting, luring is in fact trapping, and while that hair can be sliced very finely, it still comes from the same head. And outside of any vampiric instances or uses of your very alluring aura, or have you taken any steps to secure the target physically?
I have not, but I would assume that someone that I'm with has done that. I think Hestia and Bill and Alex were all in on that little band ride.
Well, in the obtaining and the due course of action, leaving Bill and who was entertained with the Scarlet Trust pickpocket, and Alex, who seemed focused on the security of the location, you all had to depart without them. So it is literally you, Vivi, and Hestia in this out of the way, not quite dank, but certainly more damp than a comfortable living space basement.
Well, again, that's not really Dizzy's forte, so she'll kind of look to Hestia for that on if we should, I don't know, tie him up or chain him, or maybe he's got his handcuffs on him or something.
And with that mention of perhaps he has his handcuffs on, Hestia, with the detective in tow and having managed to make your way to your fallback position, which is this basement, what is it that you saw? What is it that you managed to work at?
Hestia's got compel, so we're pretty good. She's going to make it so that he doesn't want to run away, and that he thinks this is just a fun game between him, Hestia, and kind of Dizzy. She was the lore, let's have some fun and party together kind of thing. two hot chicks. You know how that goes. So, once we get him to the basement, there will definitely be a search for his handcuffs, and he'll get handcuffed. And then the questioning will happen.
I am aghast and agog. You don't consider Vivi hot women? But all the same, would you be so kind as to go ahead? Dexterity and larceny, first and foremost. And then, Dizzy, as you know, as the Hestia is doing the pat down and once over, is there anything you're doing to assist?
I will attempt to be distracting.
Okay. All right. What do we have here? What has fate decided? All right. Well, it's not all that difficult to find amongst the many more hardened items on his person. The handcuffs are at his the back of his waistband. So removing his security cuffs, you easily cuff him to the chair. Now, as far as compel, what were your orders?
Wait, what's his name again? I forgot.
Walter.
Walter, you're a naughty boy. You're going to tell us everything you know about a certain subject, right?
And which one of your abilities are you using? Is it submerged directive? Is it...
It's literally compel. I got compel, which is charisma plus dominate, unless the human is unsuspecting, which automatically then succeeds. I have forgetful mind, but that'll be for later. But compel is first.
Alright, so like there we go. There, of course, is no rouse rope, which is always a benefit. No sense of tempting the beast for such a relatively mundane task. What he knows is considerably more than a round of information. As he rattles off, his name is Ring, his password, the fact that he's running drugs with the assistance of the Office of Professional Standards, the fact that he takes payouts from the Castiglione Torre outfit, the fact that he cheats on his taxes. He and his fiancée met through a fetish club somewhere in Gary. His fiancée he keeps hidden from everyone because he is secretly engaged to 6 different partners, 1 in Gary, 3 in Joliet, 1 in Waukesha, and unfortunately 1 in Chicago. But the one he loves most is from, in fact, Gary. And he snaps to, what was I saying? Why am I handcuffed? I don't mind getting a little freaky, but this is carrying it a little bit far. How did you guys get handcuffed? Why aren't you guys undressed? And why the hell are we in the basement?
Because I like the basement.
I want to turn on some lights, make things easier. I like a little titillation, you know? Usually I don't go for slits, but this will have to do.
Aren't you adorable? Now, see, the way this works is you have just given us so much to use against you. All your 6 fiancés, which, since you just called us slits, I'm pretty sure that means you like pole. Am I guessing right? With that being the case,
so crass about it.
You started it. But while that's the point, I'm sure your other police officers and fellow law enforcement people would wonder what they would think about you if we were to tell them all about that.
At that insinuation of potential blackmail, there is an immediate working at the cuffs. Like, what are you talking about? What do you want to know? What the fuck is going on with you? Come on, this isn't funny anymore. Let me out of here and we can get this ever happen. You do know that I am a experienced senior detective. This is not going to go well for you.
I also know that you're a bit of a tattletale, stool pigeon, whatever you want to call it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and roll your manipulation and persuasion. And while that's happening, we're going to slide right along. With that text finally coming in, Lucio, what is your first option as you're leaving the library?
Since I just got the message, I think I'll send one to Hestia asking, "Where are you now?" And I'll try and head there. I don't think there's anything else immediately pressing this night.
No, there's nothing immediately pressing. There is the tickle of a potentially forgotten thing. Tickle of, there are so many things up in the air, you're sure that there's a ball falling toward the ground now. Thinking that it's a ball and not instead of a bowling pin or even a bowling ball itself.
Is Lucio allowed to try and remember?
Yes, but to be surprised. Wits and insight. When delivering the invitations for the various kindred as part of the Imperium party, you were made immediately aware that while the University of Chicago campus is perceived to be the entirety of Critias's domain, that unfortunately the truth is a little different. The Chantry, specifically DuSable, holds the western quarter of the campus as his. And with what Hestia shared recently as to what was taking place within the Chantry, i.e. Sylvia and the Truth and the Dust, you know that being out here alone, that you present an attack of opportunity. Nearly simple verbal accostation or worse. You've seen what can happen if a member of the Chantry has any intentions otherwise. And you are alone, without your coterie, without your assistance of friends and associates, and as far as anyone could tell, no one would know where you are.
Well, that's comforting. I don't think Arsenio came with me, did he?
Nope, you and Damien drove down, and then Damien went to continue further investigations, leaving you outside the library.
Right, then I need to get the heck out of here without being seen.
And how will you engineer that?
I didn't think that far ahead. I suppose for now, I will send a message to Arsenio to pick me up, and I'm just going to wait inconspicuously, blend in with whatever crowd there is, and just wait.
All right. Well, that being the case, would you be so kind as to roll your resolve plus streetwise for me, please? And while that's happening, Alexander, the mission was a relative success. You saw Dizzy escape Crooks with the detective in tow. The bear of a man is still at the back, and he picks up a phone from on the bar top immediately to the right of the drinks in front of him. Pocketing it, he looks towards the door as Walter and Dizzy get into the van.
So they got the guy we came here for?
They did, and they're driving away. Bill is still enmeshed and entangled with the scarlet tressed young lady. What is it that you're doing?
Wait, he's like fighting her?
They're having a moment. Whether you didn't think Bill was the sort to make out on a dance floor, but it certainly seems as if they are.
Oh, I see.
Engaged
I got
in a
you.
bit of heavy petting.
Well, if they already grabbed him, I don't need to watch the bear man to make sure he doesn't interfere. So I may as well try to inconspicuously get over to Bill to try to let him know that the mission has been a success and that he can leave now if he feels like it, if he's not otherwise occupied.
What happened with my wallet and stuff?
You are still patting the young woman down. She seems to take it as you just being overly affectionate. Hasn't caught on that you caught on that she removed your belongings. Oh, you are a wild one.
Well, less wild than you, Bonnie. But say, you haven't found my wallet. I think I dropped it.
Oh, you dropped your wallet. Let me help you look. Let's you start on that end of the bar. I'll start down here by the door.
I think I dropped it into one of your pockets.
Are you serious? I thought you were just trying to cop a feel. You're looking for a wallet? Why would I have a man's wallet?
Well,
She dropped it into one of my pockets and she holds out both of the hip pockets on her ensemble. It's not quite a romper, but it's a skirted version of such, and there are hip pockets lowered down underneath her many layers of shawl, scarves, and lightweight jacket.
I'm gonna tell her, well, listen, no harm, no foul. I think you are very gifted at that. If I had any money, you can have it. The rest, I need back. I wink.
Well, a straightforward, honest attempt. She glances toward the door as the large man moves past her. The fear of him immediately has her being more deceptive and honest. Oh, here it is, and she looks as if she's going to bend and palms it out of the upper liner of her garter, handing you the wallet, which has already been picked of the few bills that were visible. It must have fallen out. I don't want any trouble, and she cuts her eyes toward the man leaving out of the door. As Alexandra is there on your left, telling you that the ladies of the shelter have made it away. What is it that you're doing?
I discreetly look if anything that can identify me is still in there, and if it's there, I don't care about the rest.
Oh, definitely. She only grabbed the bills that were easily visible. She didn't have time to go through it as you all were dancing, and while being a light touch, she's skilled but not expert.
I'm gonna tell her, well, you know what? It's been a while since somebody pulled that one on me, and I'm impressed. You ever need to look for some work? I'm game.
Really? You are
Yeah.
a breath of fresh air. Normally, people would be a little more upset about this, and no harm, no foul. It's just a job. Although you getting handsy kind of threw me for a loop. I didn't realize that's what you were doing.
Well, you are good, but you still need a little more finesse. Nothing that you cannot work on. But no, I'm serious. If you ever need some work, do you have a number? Somewhere that I can contact you?
Sure.
Leave me a message?
Of course. And she holds out her hand, clearly asking for your phone.
Oh, no. What's your name, honey?
You don't trust me to put it in for you.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. How was it?
Fair enough. My name's Resta, and the best number that you can reach me at, she just rattles off her number. So from her stance that she's actually being as relatively honest as she's capable of. After all, while there's honor amongst thieves, you are probably not a thief.
Cool. I give her my number.
She writes it on her leg. Just
Well, I give her
very card.
a number, to be precise, not my number.
Very, very well. And as you're exchanging numbers, and Alex letting you know that the girls were successful, we shift our gaze further. Dizzy, you've seen strong-willed individuals before. Walter did not immediately seem to be strong-willed, but as he unfortunately seems to be unwilling to cave, as convincing as Hestia is, there's a flash of something just beneath his eyes. Some knowledge that he thinks he's the only one in on the joke. He says, okay, fine, look, I still have about another 10 years before I can retire comfortably. I can quit right now and be perfectly fine. So what is it that you want, really, honestly? What are you really asking?
Kind of try to get a read on him, but mostly I look over to Hestia because she knows what we're after.
Hestia, with your careful, pointed manipulation, hitting all of the most obvious pressure points for a career police officer, that look of knowing does not leave you with the best of feelings. You've seen very good actors. You've seen Simone go from Jekyll to Hyde. You've seen Bill use his corn pone charm to fool others into believing that he's not quite as quick-witted as he is. You've seen Alexander take on the very bearing of, best way to describe it, as a psycho killer. You know that's not who Alexander is. You've seen great actors, and aided by their ability to not have an autonomic response. And there's a chill when you meet his eyes for that split second before he immediately acquiesces and starts asking what it is. Dizzy, would you be so kind as go ahead and roll wits and subterfuge? Pass, you're still muted.
I thought you were talking to Dizzy, because I listened to everything you said. Yeah.
And he asks you, what is it that you really want to know? What is it that you're driving?
Okay, sorry about that. She looks at him. Not really what I want to know. It's that knowing you know things and you're telling the wrong people the things that you know. So that's a problem for us. As well as the fact that, actually, no, who are you telling these things to? That's what I want to know. I know you have ties in Indiana, as you so willingly just told us, but who is it on the other side that you're telling your secrets to?
I don't care what you do. I don't care what you fucking do to each other. I really don't, but I do need an assurance. I don't really care about my career at this point. Like I said, I can retire today and be okay. But I need some assurance that you won't come after me after this.
See, I can't make those sort of promises because it all depends on how you behave.
Look, we need a deal on record. You need to offer me a boon that you will stay away from me after this. What I've been doing is nuclear.
Yeah, which is why you're sitting in that chair right now.
I don't want any part of what's going to happen once you have this information. It's the reason why I need your honest, sworn on boon of a word that you stay away from me. You already know I want no parts of whatever you are going to fall victim to. I'll tell you everything right here, right now, but I need that on record between you and I. And I know you guys take your boons very seriously.
Okay, tit for tat.
Your phone rings, and it's Lucio asking where you are.
Hold that thought, darling. And I go towards, step away from him out of earshot and answer the phone. What's up, Lucio?
So you call Lucio back?
Yeah.
Okay, Lucio, as you're waiting for Arsenio to get there, you know that he's moving as quickly as he can, your phone goes off as you're standing across the street from the Regenstein Library.
So I only just got your message. Where are you now, and do you need me?
Having a bit of fun. Sure, that'd be wonderful if you would like to show up and see if there's any talents of yours that would be helpful to us. And then I give Lucio the address.
Check quickly with just a quick recollection of where that address is approximately. You know that it'll take you about 25 minutes to get there. It's clear across town, but you know that if you take Hosset down and cut over Clybourne, you can be there relatively quickly, even with all the traffic that's there at Grand and Hosset because of all the nightclubs in the area. The only problem that you have, again, being very wary of who resides in which area, you know that you'll be passing not far from several problematic individual locations, namely a very punked out red mohawk leather jacket wearing individual whom Cameron had managed to waylay mentally.
I thought he was dead or missing. Or am I thinking of it?
Genghis is always never far and always where he least should be. But knowing that his party house is literally between where you are and where you're heading, there's a very good chance that if he's wary or happen to be on the street, that you will come across him and whoever's associating him at the time.
Right, so when Arsenio gets here, I'm going to make a note for him to go around that place as much as possible.
Okay. All right, so roughly 20 minutes, you know that you'll be there. Shifting just from Hestia down. As you end the call with Hestia and Arsenio is easing to the curb, you are watching as a young lady is taken off the street right in front of you.
Taken how?
She's there. She looks up in fright as if she has just received a jump scare, and then you don't see her anymore.
Oh shit. I'm going to activate Unseen Passage and head towards the scene.
So you're gonna leave Arsenio sitting at the curb, or you're going to?
I will send him one quick text saying, "Stay in the car for now. I need to check something."
Right. So, Unseen Passage, and are you using any heightened senses?
Sure. Oblivion sight it is.
Yes. Yeah. Allow the hate and the darkness to roll through you. Which we sometimes go ahead and roll your wits and oblivion for me, please. Your eyes, you feel the pressure slack and lighten as it always does when the pits of despair from the other side roll through you. In the offing of the darkness taking over your vision, while you are unable to pierce the mental walls of invisibility that's usually triggered when someone is operating unseen via obfuscate. In this moment, the shadows lash out and recoil all in one fell swoop. Your anger mounts as you realize that you were mere seconds from being attacked yourself. It's one of those situations of how dare you. They know who you are, they know all that you suffered and all that you survived. They even know that you are actually officially a hound. And worse yet, while obfuscate very much hides one from visual, it does not hide one from cameras, which is literally over the bus stop because of all the incidents that happen with students on the campus. They very much are on camera, physically accosting this woman. And by accosting, they are feeding as if they are a pack of dogs. They're biting, tearing, ripping, rending, and you you are sure that even if she were to survive this onslaught, she mentally would be in a far worse position every day afterwards if she survived. Because while they're biting and rending, they're not biting the muscle. They are not biting the tendons. They are targeting large muscle areas. So they're taking blood as violently as possible, as scarily as possible. They're not causing any actual harm. It looks worse than it is. They're not taking even enough flesh to cause serious scarring. They are out to terrorize this woman.
Is it one
Three.
Kendra doing? Oh, there's 3.
They are as wolf-like as you can be and still be human. There are tufts of hair, widow's peak, ears slightly moved towards the top of their heads. There are gleams and glints of the thin film at the back of a predator's eyes that allow them better vision in low light situations. Their fingers look more like paws than actual hands. They are slightly hunched, and while they aren't making any overt, overly loud howling, growling of that nature, there's a to their breath as they bite and grin and cause all sorts of superficial that looks worse than it is, and is designed not to feed, not to satiate, but to scar mentally.
Lucio's about to do something very stupid. He shouts, "Hey!" to all of them.
Now here's the
Trying to
thing.
get their attention.
Now here's the thing. Obfuscate normally is not visible to those with the sight of the shadows. Obfuscate normally protects you from being seen by most. However, the moment that you are noticed, the wool falls away, and for the few 5 or 6 who comes across the street and one walking this way on this side of the street, they become immediately visible because they respond as one would to being called as such. They look towards you and mildly jump because they are not accustomed to being seen. And as they decide between fight and flight, woman screaming, crying on the ground between, we shift our gaze. Alexander Bill's engagement with the woman ends with him exchanging numbers. You've seen Smooth, some strange combination of things that never happens. Yet he exchanges numbers with the redhead, and what is it that you're doing?
Oh, damn. I was just about to talk and then I bit my tongue, sorry.
No worries. You remember what the mission was?
To get the guy, right?
Yes, to abscond with the detective and cease his actions of sharing information with people who shouldn't have it.
Right. Wait, and this is where he lives, right? He lives over here?
You guys are in Crooks where you absconded with from Hestia and Dizzy left with him in tow. You guys arranged a fallback location in a basement not far from the bar. And while they drove off with the target in tow.
But this is the place where he like lives, right? Like his residency is like around here?
No, this is a bar he frequents. Crooks is
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave and go back to the fallback location.
okay. So you're gonna leave Bill there tangling with the redhead, or you're gonna drag him along?
I mean, I just met him and he seems like he's got this situation handled, so... No, I guess I'll stay and keep an eye on him. Just in case.
Okay. So you're urging Bill to hurry it up silently from the distance and getting him to step on it, make that connection, whatever that is, so you guys can make it back to the fallback location. Out of the corner of your eye, Bill, you see Alex impatiently trying to hurry you along. Once you get Resta's number and you give her yours, what is it that you and Alexander are doing?
Oh, I definitely pick it up and go towards the car or the exit.
Okay, so you guys are making it. So you're taking Alexander, and you two are heading towards the exit.
Yep.
All right. Would you be so kind, Alexander and Bill? Would you be so kind to go ahead and roll your wits plus, which is most apropos in this situation, so as not to lead you astray. Yeah. Would you be so kind as to roll wits plus stealth for me, please?
That was not even close to correct. What I just did.
No, it wasn't. So as you all leave, you make your way outside and begin the medium distance walk to your fallback basement when you guys have set up to properly get what you need from the good detective. You realize that you are not, in fact, alone. You were not the only licks in presence. You weren't the only people who were up to less than public good. In the realization that you are not, in fact, alone, you all make your way towards your fallback location. Is there anything that you can do? Roughly, what you've noticed is that there's a lovely young lady is following from a distance. She's deep bopping and rocking and rolling, listening to her headphones, but it's clear that she's, while moving slowly, moving exactly parallel to the wall, about a quarter of a block back, following in your steps. That, of course, makes everyone a little paranoid and begin spotting small little things, like the fact that there's a 69 Impala that has crossed your path twice so far.
I think we had a two.
Alright. What do you want to do? Do you want to try to lose it? Or do you want to try to trap it?
Oh,
We can go into a secluded location and try to force a confrontation with the tail.
Information is always welcome in my kind of business, so we can trap it without making too much fuss.
We're gonna try to go to where are we in a car or are we walking?
You guys are walking.
We're walking. We're gonna try to look for an alleyway to head into. Right, Bill?
Sure.
Alright. Hopefully this doesn't go like last time I did this. This is fucking zombie apocalypse.
Well, in that case, would you guys be so kind as to go ahead and roll, because you're working surreptitiously, secretively, and trying to pull instead of tank. So therefore, we're going to go ahead and roll your resolve plus subterfuge to outsmart them in the course of your walk. And while that roll is happening, Dizzy, you heard the exchange between the detective and Hestia before Hestia was pulled away. Would you offer, would you assist? Is there anything that you might do in a situation knowing that this human mentioned boom in your kind?
You seem to know an awful lot of small words that you shouldn't know.
Yeah, well, you know them too. Chicago's a fucking haunted place.
Yeah, but it's a big place and not many people know these words.
What you think? You'd be surprised. You guys think that you're so big and bad and that no one knows what you guys have done. I was one of the people that cleaned up at the W. I know what you guys do. I've seen how bad it can get.
Oh, sweetie, you haven't even begun to see how bad it can get.
Come on, seriously? I'm a cop.
And
I know what you guys have done, including the disappearance of the assistant district attorney. I know you guys were responsible for that. I know you guys were responsible for that raid on the morgue. Can't prove it, but I know it. And I ain't the only one.
how do you know about this district attorney thing?
See, you think you're slick. You're trying to get me to talk so I give away my bargaining chip. Look, I literally want to go my own way and stay as far away from you as I can. So once you guys agree, or don't, you can either get on with beating the hell out of me and sending me on my way, or I trade you information and I go on my way without having to go through that whole kicking my ass thing.
See, here's the thing, though. You say you know us. You say you know about us. You say you know what we can do and that you've seen how bad it can get. Yet you keep pretending like you can't just take what we want from you.
You know, that hadn't occurred to me. Maybe I should talk a little bit more. So, as a sign of good faith, get them away from all of the horrible, monstrous things that you all tend to do. The district attorney, part of a task force, part of he's the head of our legal investigation into your crime.
Where's Vivi at while he's expounding all this, by the way?
Moving the van.
Okay. I just didn't want her to jump in and interfere here, so.
You know you only have a few seconds before she gets back, though. She's pretty quick and pretty good at her job. So moving the van out of sight, but making it easily accessible without getting noticed, not that difficult for her skill set.
That's fine. I just don't want her to get excited and blow the whole thing, you know.
So we can skip the whole beating me and desecrating my corpse and all that good stuff.
Well, I mean, I'd hope so, but I'm not ruling it out yet.
And as you end the call with Lucio Pescio, you step back into the room with this interaction happening.
So I take it somebody's feeling just a little more chatty. Is that what I'm getting?
It hadn't occurred to him that we could just take what we want without giving him shit.
So
he's offered
very
some
clear.
tidbits as a bargaining chip.
So we got a deal?
It depends. What exactly is it you're asking for here?
You stay as far away from me as possible, and I stay as far away from you as possible. I leave with my pretty face. You guys leave with the knowledge that you've done some good, and plus whatever you're asking.
I look over at Hestia with a smirk and a shrug.
Well, that's a good start, but what we need from you is all that, plus you keeping your mouth shut for the rest of your life. Because we live a lot longer than you do, I'm sure you know that. And if we ever catch wind of anything that you were not supposed to tell anybody ever again, well, we'd still leave you alone, but fiance number one might go missing. You never know.
You know, Bobby's a pretty tough guy. He's ex special forces, although they don't call it that. They call it special operations group or whatever it's called. But yeah, so not to share any information anymore. I'll get out the business. I'll stick to my day job.
Look at this thing. It sounds about right with what we wanted. What do you think?
I mean, sure, why not?
Because I kind of think he's still holding out on us, but it can't be. Beggars can't be choosers, right? Alright.
He did offer the tip of an iceberg as some information that I know someone would be interested in.
Fair enough. Okay. You have my personal assurances that I will leave you alone. You'll never see my face again. Fair?
I don't know about fair, but I probably best I can do. Probably better than you've offered most. Sure thing. All right, so I'll stay completely away from you all. I won't share any further information with anybody. Now, as a sign of good faith, I know we have a deal, but I've never been in handcuffs without there being some sort of physical exchange, if you know what I mean. Just as a sign of good faith, like that way. You know, I got my hands. I can talk like comfortably, and it's embarrassing for a cop to be in the zone.
I can see where it's embarrassing, but unless there's a puppet show involved in the explanation, I don't see why you need your hands to talk.
Okay, I guess I didn't mean to press my luck. You know, so I don't get up and harm somebody. So there's this guy who buddies with Joe's from way back, supposedly.
Wait, hold up. Hestia, did you take his phone?
Well, I'm pretty sure we searched him, we looked for things. Would I have noticed where his phone was when I was looking for the handcuffs?
He didn't have one.
Yeah, I didn't find a phone.
Who doesn't have a phone?
Did he leave it somewhere?
I don't really use my phone, and having as many friends as I do, and answers as I do, it's better if I'm out of contact as much as possible. So I usually leave my phone in my cruiser until I get back to it, especially technically because I'm on duty right now. I don't really.
That's kind of hilarious, honey, because you had it in the bar.
Nah. I didn't have a phone in the bar.
Let me ask you a question. Do you want to tell me where your phone is, or do you want to find out what it feels like to swallow it?
Hey. We said no violence. Honestly,
I mean, you said no violence. I didn't say no violence.
I don't remember where I dropped my phone. Honestly, you bumped into me. My mind went, and then I'm here. I thought that we were gonna get freaky, and then I find out that you guys wait. Yeah. You guys drugged me mentally, however the fuck you did it, and got me here. So what'd you do with my phone?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do with your phone if it doesn't produce itself in about 10 seconds.
You searched me, right? I don't have my phone. I don't know where it went. I really don't know where my phone went. I normally leave it in my cruiser. If you say I had it in a bar, I must have set it down somewhere. Did you find it in the bar?
I look over at Hestia. You want to search him again, or should I search him? Or, I mean, I could put his head through the wall a couple times, see if that jogs his memory a little bit.
He is clearly not telling the absolute truth, but there was a bit of honesty when he says if he had it in the bar, he must have set it down somewhere.
Yeah, he does not have his phone with him. Was there? Wait a minute. Didn't somebody else come into the bar afterward? There was a... Oh no. Oh. Okay, did you see that?
You saw somebody pick up my phone?
You shut up for a minute. I look at Dizzy. I'm motioning to I'm making a big, above me, and then shaping out in the air the shape of the big guy that I saw.
Okay.
Kind of like a bear. Very hairy.
Right.
Came into the bar after you.
So he has the phone?
I don't know, but that would be my guess.
Why does he have your phone?
You know who picked up my phone?
I know that you know who picked up your phone.
If I knew who picked up my phone, I definitely go get it. Really, I honestly really don't know where my phone is right now.
So I should pretend to believe you? Would that just resolve everything here?
It's the truth. I don't know where my phone is right now. It could be literally anywhere. And
it's with the guy. It's with the guy.
But guy.
The guy you talked to at the bar.
I talk to a lot of guys. I'm a friendly sort. But seriously, look, about our deal. Okay, as you attract their attention and they're deciding whether it's fight or flight, Lucio, you know that what they're doing is not for any survivor's need. It's not for satiation. It's not for feeding. What they're doing is terrorizing that woman, and it angers you. It angers you more than catching a vampire mid-feed, where they're draining the life of the person. Because this isn't even taking their lives. This is taking something that they'll never have the opportunity of getting back. She won't be able to live this down. This is a traumatic moment just to have a traumatic moment. What the absolute fuck? And what are you doing?
Before I do anything, is it clear to me whether they're actually kindred or if there's something else.
100% kindred. You can almost pinpoint which clan based on their looks, based on the sallowness and the diseased look to them, and the fact that up until a second ago, when you decided to pierce the veil between this world and the next, they were completely unknown to you.
I pull out the trusty gun and I say, you have exactly 3 seconds to get away from that woman and get out of sight of the cameras. Do you understand?
Just be so guys to go ahead and roll manipulation plus intimidation. You get a bonus for your dodge and firearm. I don't know, go ahead and roll there. Resistance.
3, 4. Would my proficiency or my specialty in pistols apply? Or would it just be the raw dots in firearms?
It would be the raw dot fire as your bonus.
I will spend a willpower to see if something can come of it.
Alright. Well now, it is clear that there is a fight between their impetus to complete whatever mission it is that they're on, whatever the goals are in this moment, yet staring down the barrel of a literal hand cannon and a person whose eyes look as if they are lit from within by the very fires of all examples of Hades and hell combined. They choose the better part of valor and begin backing away. We'll get you for this. I swear, you don't know what you're interrupting. You don't know what you're interfering with. And for all of the tough, frantic talk, they do continue sneaking further. The woman is fallen into a fetal position, attempting to cover her head from the onslaught of whatever vicious beast set upon her.
I'm going to approach the woman. Still have the gun trained on them if they're still there, if I still see them.
No, they're backing further away until they make it to the corner. When they hit the corner, they immediately turn and put knees to elbows, disappearing into the darkness where they are attempting to fade from view. Unfortunately, whatever lit the fuse of your inner darkness tonight is staying with you while you successfully master yourself enough to behave with all due semblance of humanity. There is still a very real want to punish, to execute the full vengeful aspects of your status as a hound. They literally set about scarring this woman out of some non-feeding need. Unfortunately for you, what is your current hunger?
Current hunger is 1.
Fortunate for you, you're not as needy as you have been in the recent weeks and recent months, because the scent of her fear-laced blood, which they spilled with all due intention, is a little intoxicating. It's a little, oh, that's a good vintage. It is a little on the sour side, like that perfect hint of sour that comes from a properly seasoned egg drops soup. That mellow unctuousness that makes everything a little more sweeter afterwards. And luckily for you, the hunger is low. Your beast not quite near enough to the surface, you are able to resist that very real salivating that begins. There is Hodie, fear-laced Tay, straight from the source.
Not now, Lucio. Not now. And he's gonna put away the gun and rush to the woman's side. Hey, are you okay? And
oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I didn't know rats were that big. Oh god! Oh god! Where's my phone? Where's my purse?
Never mind that. You're bleeding everywhere.
Oh god! Oh god! I have rabies. Oh god! Oh god!
It's all right. It's all right. We'll get you to the hospital. We'll call an ambulance. But I just need you to do me one big favor. I need you to forget that you're so scared and just forget what you saw. And I'm going to use cloud memory.
I see. This show is coming up in mental manipulation game.
We just had a potential masquerade breach. I'm going to try and patch it up as much as possible.
All right. That being the case, would be so kind as to go ahead and just tell me the number of dots you have in charisma and dominate.
Charisma, I have 2. Dominate, I have 1. So that's a total of 3.
Oh. All right. Well, that's not quite so have an automatic just gloss over even as worthless she is. You definitely have it, but if you get 2 successes, it is complete and thorough. If not, she will attempt to try to come to grips and deal with the traumatic event that caused her to go to the therapist for the remainder of her life.
Before I roll this, can I do a blood surge for charisma? Actually, is that even... Okay.
Yes. Oh, and the beast draws closer to your surface. And normally your beast is as imperiously vainglorious as all of the stereotypes about your blood. But in this moment, it eases forth like a very hungry connoisseur. This would make a lovely aperitif if paired with the violence of hunting the riches down her. And it wouldn't even require all that much work. A kiss, a taste, a scent. It's there to be had. All you have to do is just touch her. All you have to do is lick your fingers at her. Or take with a kiss. Like, and it's going on and on.
In my mind, I just say, I know we just discussed this with Precious, but keep it on a leash for now. We're trying to fix the situation, not make it worse. There will be a time to satisfy the hunger later.
What happens to a hunt deferred? Would you kind of go ahead and roll charisma?
So now it's +2 from the blood surge.
Yes.
Storyteller, while you're waiting for that roll, could you peek an OOC for me real quick and tell me whether I was right with that or no?
Yes, you were.
Okay.
Right, 2 successes.
She looks up and immediately you draw her chin up, catch her eyes with the very real shadow with nebulous tendrils of the void peeking out as she turns stark, ghostly white. She is watching the train wreck of the end of her life, and she nods as your mental suggestion filters across above the fear which is possessing her. And you know that she's coming back to herself as the not quite sledgehammer of your mental weight settles across her, but very close to it. Nice ball peen hammer to the knees.
Before she comes to, I'd like to deactivate Oblivion Sight. Because God knows that would just undo all the work that I just went through.
Yes it would. And then she looks up. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me. I didn't even see that group of guys jump me. I'm sorry. I thank you so much. I'm bleeding all over the place. I'm sorry. I don't have anything. You don't have to worry about rabies or anything like that. And as she says that, we switch our gaze to Alexander and Bill. You found a relatively perfect place to set an ambush. This alley, while it is not a dead end, it forms an L shape at this juncture of the block. So as you lead them in, the only way out without backing down the alley is through you walk. 69 Impala eases down the alley, slowly turning off its light. And you see the girl at the end of the block behind the car, keeping a watch on the street. When the car slows down, the driver and the passenger, as well as whoever was riding in the back seat, open their doors. Very movie-like and very intent on causing all sorts of potential problems. Look, guys, you are clearly in the wrong fucking neighborhood. And Bill, You recognize them.
So I was going to tell them, have you seen the devil dance under the moonlight? Something like that. Who are they?
Well, there's a local hitter, a kind of a in-between hitman that travels from mission to mission. He's a loaned out guy, but he dabbled in all sorts of violent actions for several organizations throughout the city and has occasionally worked for your particular gang. But his men are known as right proper roadmen. They take what they need between him having jobs and you all are on his list of potential rob Eve for the evening.
What's the name of the violent guy?
Sergio.
Sergio, my man. Bill.
Bill. As in, you're gonna pay mine?
Well, maybe I'm gonna make your doctor a little bit richer if you don't calm down.
Now see, why'd you have to go ahead and make this personal? I hate doctors. And with that, he levels his sawed off center mass towards you. This is nothing personal, it's a professional thing. Put your money on the ground and we'll let you leave without me having to pull the trigger more than once.
Alright, real quick, how many of them are there?
3. Only one had a shotgun.
There's only 3 of them? Alright. Hold on. And he's telling us to put our money on the ground?
Yep.
Alright. How close are we to shotgun guy?
20 feet. 15 feet to the driver. And about 17 feet to the lead passenger.
Oh, so they're in the car?
They were, yeah. They just opened the car doors and stepped out.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Taking my gun now out of my holsters. Small action, right?
Depending on your successes of your action, it won't be that much at all. You are a trained shootist. You are a trained cowboy brought to the modern era. So your revolver is your life. Your pistolas, your arms, your pistols, your sidearms. Those revolvers are life. Eternity.
Well, Bill's gonna blink.
Hey, Bill, feel free not to answer this, but do you have rapid reflexes?
Yes.
Okay, well, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Bill's gonna blink and stand right beside, behind shotgun guy, and with the gun out, just say, "Nah, be a good boy."
All right. Well, that being the case, Bill, but we still can go ahead and roll your manipulation and intimidation plus your firearms.
All right. That's. I have a specialty in intimidation, stick-ups.
Okay.
Counts?
If you flip the table and attempt to rob them, yeah.
No, not really. So manipulation, intimidation, firearms. All right. So
well now, Bill, you know Sergio is a competent, low-level, grimy, but pseudo-criminal professional. He is known as having balls of steel and being crazy enough to actually take on what low-level street action is considered to be possible jobs. He's often employed, but the supplements his income by any such as this. All of those thoughts of his professionalism go out of the window as he breaks down immediately into a puddle of tears. The shotgun scattering to the floor as he falls to his knees, hands up. Hey, hang on. Please don't kill me. It is nothing personal. I didn't mean to disrespect anybody, but I gotta put on air to be a tough guy. Please don't shoot me.
Alex is gonna run over and grab the shotgun real quick while this is happening.
Please don't kill me. I have a family. That's the reason why I robbed now. I've taken a job since the Milwaukee job. It was just a couple of days ago. It scared me shitless. I did my best, but it didn't work out. Just don't kill me. Whatever you do.
I'm not gonna kill you, mate. You know, you're supposed to know me. I'm a fur guy. Now, since I'm a fur guy and you are a fur guy, I think you owe me your life.
Okay.
And your keys and your car.
What he said.
You look towards the other two and realize that there aren't any other two there. They are running around the corner of the alley towards the opposite end as quickly as possible. Bill moving and Sergio breaking down was immediately met with the sounds of feet spanking concrete. You are the only two near the car. The young lady who was keeping watch at the other end of the alley behind the car danced further down the sidewalk, moving away from what she fears is going to be a murder.
Alright, Sergio, here's what we're gonna do. Alright?
Just whatever you need. Whatever you need.
My friend here is gonna take us for a drive, and you and I are gonna sit in the back with this shotgun here and have a chat while he's driving us around, okay? So we don't make a scene. That sound good to you? Because we're not gonna kill you if you just do this for us. We don't want to kill you, okay? We need...
Sure.
Alright, cool. We just need to know what this is about, and that's the safest way for you, I think, to do that.
I look at Alex.
Come on.
You got this?
Yeah, just drive us around. I'll ask him a thing or two.
I'm gonna pat.
And as you
put my gun away and pat for other weapons.
Alex is gonna keep the shotgun trained on Sergio while it's happening.
He has a 9 and an inner pants holster at the back of his waist, and he has a strap to his left ankle.
I like how you roll, Sergio. Now, get in the car.
As you all ease into the car, having properly convinced the person to change his lifestyle going forward, we will take a quick break and be back here one after the hour, and we'll pick up with Dizzy and Hestia questioning. Be right back, guys. And we're back. Anyone else back?
Yep. I've returned.
What?
Nice, there we go. Alright, so when we last left, Hestia was playing charades with Dizzy in the description of the gym at the bar. Hestia didn't make it back. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm back, sorry.
Alright, there we go. So when we last left, Hestia was playing charades with Dizzy in regards to the description of the gentleman at the bar.
And then I also had said I'm pretty sure that guy has the phone. looking at our captive. You were there to meet somebody. Stop playing games. Who were you there to meet?
See, we have a deal in regards to that. Once I tell you that I'm free to go, right? Like we have no other business.
I don't remember that being part of the deal.
Come on. Look, I'm a fucking cop. I'm playing nice with you folks so that nothing rains down on you, nothing rains down on me. Why don't you undo my handcuffs? I'll tell you who I was there at the bar to meet. Because it's all the same damn thing. You want to know who's sharing information? Then go ahead and uncuff me. I'll tell you. I'll get the fuck out of the way.
You know, you're kind of annoying. And I'm tired of being called that little nickname that you keep using so freely. So, I don't know. I mean, we have a deal as far as leaving you alone, yeah. But you were supposed to tell us everything that we asked you as to be your end of that deal. That was the only way we were going to let you go.
You asked me who I'm sharing information with. Now you're asking for that for who I was meeting at the bar. And while the two are similar, they may not be exactly the same. And I don't want to keep getting fucked in this deal here. You guys have me. You have it. I'm giving you everything to help me out. Because right now you keep adding things to the deal that makes me think you're not going to even uphold and leave me and let me go.
Here's the basic thing that you're missing once again, is that we have you.
And unfortunately, this is Chicago. People get missing all the time.
All right. In this particular case, Dizzy Hestia, working solely from an intimidation age, has the higher die pool in intimidation.
I've only got one pip in intimidation, so
I've had 0.
All right. Well, Dizzy, would you be so kind as to roll your manipulation plus intimidation with Hestia's bonus of 1 and your situational bonus of 1 as well? As you guys are tag teaming his defenses and wearing them down.
that's an interesting result, isn't it?
It is. There is a stress point to nearly every item. And by nearly means that even though you hit the stress point sometimes, it still has enough structural integrity to hold that are fractured into a million pieces. The human psyche is much the same way. Every psyche is a little different. There are different stress points and different amounts of barrage that they can absorb and take without being a mess of shattered pieces. Somehow in the continued assault and combined tag team of stressing the very real fact that he has no way out, that emotional cornered feeling sets in. And like an iceberg sliding off into the Arctic Ocean, you can see that crack in the well-maintained facade vulnerability, the wheelings and dealing. Look, his name is Tavish, Mactavish. He's a friend of Joe's from his service days. I don't know how he knows Joe, the way he shoots Joe, but he has his hooks into Joe. And yeah, I'm a shithead. Yeah, I sleep around, but at the end of the day, I protect people that I love. My father, Joe. Mactavish has proven that he can pop up at any minute, anywhere in Gary. I think he stays there, but he wants to meet me in the city for some strange reason. Close. I take pictures and I'm making my rounds. I speak to deal with certain people, and he meets me at Crooks same time every week, just about give or take an hour here and there. And I give him my most recent burner phone, one that I keep on me during the week. I don't know what he does with it. but he's been really interested in following some black guy that hangs out downtown. I always see him going in and out of the library. I always see him floating around the Art Institute. He doesn't roll deep, but he clearly has a posse. That's probably like some security guys following behind him. They were good. They're keeping their distance, but they're never too far. Then he's met with this guy that I think he's a teacher, a professor or something. He's an older guy, big bushy beard. And there's this Shim, this cross-dressing. She looks gorgeous, but you can tell that she wasn't down at this club. This is an urban club. It's one of those garbage back alley stupid clubs, like red number 6, red number 7, whatever the fuck it is. I've been real interested in these guys and asked me to keep tabs, mostly with the black guy, and feed him any little bit of information I can get, like where he's going to be. I even got close to the guy's maid once, and I think that was probably the reason why she ended up dying. But since the message to W Hotel, I thought this guy was on our side because he let us know about you guys. That's really everything. Outside of specific details, I don't even know what more I could tell you except for just to add color and add detail. That's everything. I meet him and give him everything. He stays away from Joe. And he seems to be doing the right thing because outside of whatever happened in Chinatown, the noise as far as you guys has quieted down. I don't know if he's killing you guys in your sleep, staking you like some old monster movie, but he's clearly one of the good guys. And him paying me doesn't hurt.
It's not so hard. So now what I'm going to do is walk closer and be very gentle, but I'm going to grab both sides of his face and look him directly in the eyes and do Forgetful Mind.
Okay, and what's the total of your die pool for manipulation and diamond?
It is 4.
Close, but I'll give it to. Yeah, it's close. You won't each roll because you're half to. So.
I mean, but I also have Persuasion, which is pretty high, especially for vessels.
Yeah, no, this isn't straight television. So, whether are you attempting to rewrite or just happen to get?
I am going to rewrite a little bit. He is going to remember that he got a little too drunk at Cook's and that he didn't see his contact, but that he got a message to cut things off so that he won't, do this anymore. He's going to remember that this was the end. He's not going to make any further contact with this person. This person tends to kind of like make contact with him. It's not a good idea sort of situation. Because he was already saying he wasn't going to. He's not going to remember why he doesn't want to contact this person anymore. Just that he doesn't want to.
Okay, we can run with that. And as you're holding him in Vulcan mind, noting him and getting why he's breaking it off, we shift our to have are you hands-on assisting her to her feet, or are you staying there crouched in front of her and allowing her to rise on her?
I'm going to try and help her to her feet. My plan is to basically drive her to the nearest medical center before trying to meet up with Hestia.
Okay. Well, in that case, you can just go ahead and roll Resolve plus Composure, being in a closed car with a lovely sense of still fearsome, but she herself isn't exactly fearful. She doesn't know why. There's still that hesitation of being in the car, which was very thin after being recently attacked. There's the fact of blood that she was leaking all over herself. And knowing what you braced, what you were in for, you somehow mentally fortified yourself against that delicious sense. It's literally like being the driver to deliver food while starving. And you knew what you were in for, so you managed to prepare yourself as best that doesn't happen. It is not without some effort on your part that you managed to do so. But first you have to pat yourself in the back. You didn't cave. You didn't give in. You managed to hold off that more than wants of what she was so freely leaving Arsenio's backseat. Dropping her off at University of Chicago Hospital, which is roughly about a 3-minute drive from where you are to Regis time. You're back on the road and heading.
Now that I'm back on the road, I guess we'll be heading to whatever address it was that Hestia gave me.
Okay, taking the long way around, you're going to add about entanglement, but as you arrive, there's a empty, dilapidated building that Hestia gave you the address to. You see Dizzy's friend walking through the gangway between the buildings, clearly towards the back of the house. Do you attempt to join her? Do you call out?
I'll just give her a quick, hey, you heading into?
Huh. Yeah, they kidnapped some guy. Don't tell me this is part of the plan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, let's figure out what's going on, I guess.
I can tell you what's going on. More of the craziness that you have involved, that you got my friend wrapped up in. You guys are, you're not any good. I guess I can tell you that. You guys are definitely not the good guys.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective.
Well, you killed a platoon of people. You got agents fired. You hid out in a hotel with an undercover cop watching the building. And then, based on how you all jumped out of windows downtown, there's nothing a good guy would be doing. As you're talking with Vivi, you see not far down the block as you guys make your way into the gang. There we go. If you look open play, you see that gentleman warily watching that he stopped and forward towards you to take in what seems to be happening. And it's late. A singular person by themselves, dressed in barely government-issued surplus, stands out a little bit. Even as skillfully as he's waiting in the gloom, you're able to make that much of it.
Now, on second thought, Vivi, you and Arsenio head inside first. I want to check on something.
Hey, boss, you alright? You good, Lucy? Okay? You having another one of those moments?
Just want to make sure that we're not being, followed or anything.
Nah, I was good. You saw me. I took the long way around, make sure we avoided all the trouble.
Not you, I meant them being followed before we even got here.
Nah, that's good. Vivi here is one of the best. She made sure that you guys are. And the one was following the man. Maybe if the man is half a block down, almost around the corner.
All the same. Actually, do you have, before you do anything, Arsenio, do you happen to have a lighter on you and some cigarettes?
Vivi chuckles and hands you hers.
Thank you.
I do want them back.
Yes, I'll be sure to give them back. And then I'm going to walk away from them, trying to make it look like we kind of just end the conversation for the evening. And I'm gonna roll. This person's sitting, right?
No, they're actually waiting, leaning against the fence. It was clear that when you looked in their direction, they stopped and opened their phone, leaning against the fence towards the south end of the block.
I'm going to kind of try and nonchalantly walk by them, notice that they have a cigarette in their mouth, and I say, I pull out one of the cigarettes Vivi gave me, and I try and light it, and I say, you don't mind if I smoke here with you, do you?
Oh, he's not. Sorry about that. I thought I memorized it. Alright, so that being the case, your target number is 2. Or charisma and persuasion, whichever is higher.
I just realized I was muted. I was asking. The blood surge is gone by now, right? So it's just back to my normal charisma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Subterfuge is slightly higher, so 2 successes.
As you ask, he gives you the quick once over looking up on your phone. Really, I don't care what the fuck you do.
So it's just I prefer not to smoke alone.
Just for the record. Again, can't say it with this. Why don't you fuck yourself? Jog home.
I'm just trying to be friendly. Is there something wrong?
There is. There's a lot wrong. 1, don't like your perfume. 2, wanted to fucking hang out with someone who stayed in the fucking. 3, and most important, that he slips the phone into his pocket and stands to his full height. Lucio's no small guy. He's not, says he's not short, he's not thin. He's actually both considered a relatively average to tall guy. But as this gentleman stands to his height, you realize that Lucio is giving up roughly 40 pounds of muscle and 3 inches of height. All of it seemingly bent toward being as offensive to the foe as possible. And unfortunately, it is not with any exaggeration that as he stands to his full height, it looks and feels as if a bear is rising for a dominance display on its back, being prepared to follow through if the other target doesn't leave its immediate vicinity. Surly would be an understatement to the energy Lucio is feeling.
See, most people wouldn't get all riled up like this unless they had something to hide. And I'm guessing you have a lot to hide.
There's a fucking lot of me know, isn't there?
That there is. Lucio takes a puff of the cigarette, throws it to the ground, stamps it out. Right then, we really gonna do this, or you just all talk and no show?
You got a power, don't you, boy? And with that, where are you driving, Bill? Are you just going around the block in a circle?
Well, Alexander told me we were gonna go to a private place, probably, if I understood correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, if you know any like secluded places where you don't mind leading somebody to, like not like the Haven, of course. We don't want to show this guy where the Haven is, but like maybe an empty garage, maybe second level of an empty garage or something, or whatever strikes your fancy.
Well, you know of a place where your fallback location is a perfect place to leave a body of meat. It's an abandoned building, and it's, as far as you guys are aware, it's completely secure because you guys chose it for the proximity and the ability to get to quickly. Plus, it's not connected with anyone that you all know at all.
Well, there we go. So, as we're driving, Alex is talking to Sergio in the back of it. Sergio, buddy, why us? Like, you were following us, you could have robbed anyone. Somebody put a mark on us, right?
Yes and no. I was... Look, I can't even ask anything. I asked for it, you know, look, the owner of that bar, he has an open contract for any... It's gonna sound bad. Any new faces that go to that bar are open. There's open season home. If we can catch you guys by yourselves or here, it's a running job. It's a constant trade-off. We'll take the money for ourselves, plus he'll pay us 10% on top of every phone that we bring him. So we ask for the money, you have to throw the money down, you act scared because of the gun, and you take your phone and take it back to the bar and sell it to the owner. The bartender calls us, well, not us, but they call Susan and let her know which way whoever's leaving, if they're on foot. We follow, and we take the money, we take the phone, give it a few minutes, circle back to the bar, and we sell the phone.
Enterprising fellows.
That's quite an enterprise. But Bill, you recognize this guy, right?
Yes,
What's his track record?
He's solid, a bit cuckoo on the head. So far, if he gives you his word, he's good for it.
Thanks, man. Thanks, that means a lot. Seriously, look, I don't. I've seen some shit. I've seen some real shit. It's been a rough couple of weeks. And I was thinking about leaving the business anyway. Like, this could be my goodbye. I don't have to come back at all. Like, seriously, I can just like, here is fine. You can let me out right here.
No. You're not gonna do that. You're not doing that today. Alright? Here's what you're gonna do. You agree that since we spared your life, you're ours, right? That sounds fair to you?
What do you need me to do, man? Like, whatever you need me to do, I can do it, and I can. What do you need? Seriously, what do you need?
We just need a word on the street every once in a while. And if that's really all we were doing, you're telling me there's not anything else going on? Like, nobody wanted to kill us that you know of?
No, seriously, man. I'm giving that up. I was gonna give that up anyway, like permanently put the word out that I was done. Like, it was a simple job. And it went way sideways. It's just a mess, man. Like, I'm done. I've seen too much shit. Seriously, like, there was a I don't know, a bear-sized wolf. I don't know.
A bear-sized wolf?
I think it was a wolf. It may have been a bear, mange. I'm not sure.
Where did you see a bear-sized wolf?
Fucking Milwaukee, man. Literally 3 days ago. 3 days ago.
In the city?
In the city. I was supposed to. Look, there's this guy. He does, like, security job, but like electronic security job. And I followed him. I lost him for a couple of hours. Then I found him literally racing down the street in a sweet ass fucking car. And then, so I set up the shot. It's an easy shot. And as I'm setting up the shot, he comes out with this chopper that lays down like grenade almost. And there's a bunch of other guys with guns, they were shooting, and then there's this bear, I don't know, it was horrible, man. He tore this guy in half.
Alright, just give us a way to contact you, and we're gonna let you go, okay?
I'm good for it. Look, he knows how to find me. Everybody knows how to find me. Just ask for Sergio.
Just ask for Sergio. What area?
Little Italy Sergio, not West Village Sergio. That's that Mexican guy that talks like he's from the movie Goodfellas. Just
Gotcha. So hey, if I ever want to find you, I will. If this easy way you've given me doesn't work out, I'm gonna find you the hard way. And you don't want me to find you the hard way, yeah?
Look, I told you, man, I'm done. I don't like this. This was even getting like feeling too much. I didn't mean anything by it. It was just professional. It was just a job. Like seriously.
I'm not gonna make you do anything crazy. It's just that we need information sometime. You've been on the street, and because we're not killing you for trying to fucking mug us in an alleyway with a shotgun, you're gonna help us out in the future, alright?
Yeah, sure thing, man. Like whatever.
There we
like
go.
seriously.
And you can be out.
Bill, you ease to the curb in front of the building if you don't have marked as your fallback location. Down the block, you see Lucio and the huge guy from the bar you just left talking.
Alright, Sergio, you're good people. Easy with the shotgun, alright? Somebody stand there.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Look, seriously. Thank you. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Alright. We're keeping your guns and this car for now.
They're both stolen. Do what you want with it, man. I'm out. I'm sorry. Just he's out the car.
Don't be that guy, Alex. At least you give him the shotgun.
I'm not giving him the shotgun, Bill. He just tried to rob us with it.
Yeah, these young fellas, huh? No respect. Alright, so just so.
Sergio eases from the car and immediately starts beating feet along the sidewalk.
Alright. So I need to Bill, don't let me forget to tell Lucio and Hestia about the big bear wolf. Alright, that's really important that you don't let me forget that Sergio said he saw one in Milwaukee, okay?
Alright. Shitty beer down there. I don't know who wants to go that way.
Okay. And with that, Alex is gonna leave the shotgun in the car and get out and start walking towards Lucio.
What about you, Bill? You stay with the car, or are you gonna go into the basement that you guys picked out?
Hello. I was gonna use in the car, but
You gonna wait in the car?
no, let's go downstairs.
Okay, so you're gonna head downstairs into the basement?
Yep.
Okay. So with that information, we're gonna switch at that point to the basement where Dizzy and Hestia are in receipt of BB and Arsenio. They come around back and their way in as you guys have received almost the entirety of Walter's information. All right, Chica. Hey, yo, Miss Green. Arsenio's outside having a cigarette for some strange reason, but anything we can help you with in there?
I think our friend is just about ready to go back to the bar. If you could do that. Right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Sure thing. We can just walk to the van, yeah? You want to bring it back? I think it'd be a little suspicious if the van put it on the front.
Yeah, that's fine. And I, carefully standing behind him just in case, because I'm paranoid like that, undo the cuffs.
It is. So Hestia, you're planning on walking back with a detective to the van?
Because there's some things I wanted to talk to Dizzy about once we got him out of the way. Because obviously I know who the people is that he was following. It's obvious to me who they are. But I don't want him to know, but I know. So, pretty sure Vivi can handle herself. As far as walking him back up. But then, am I noticing Bill come in?
Well, as you guys are talking, just sorting out.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I uncuff him and kind of turn him over to Vivi's care and have her walk him up.
Okay. Arsenio, being the good, upstanding gentleman that he is, was attempt to offer his assistance as something to do, prove himself. And as they're walking out, Bill, you're walking in to Dizzy and Hestia in mid-conversation.
Can you get your wallet back?
Bill, do we lose you?
Sorry, I'm chewing.
You're sure we want to let this guy go?
What was the question?
Hestia asked him, did he get his wallet back? And then to Dizzy, she says, the prince said not to kill him unless we absolutely had to, because we don't want to tip people off that there's something wrong. And we did promise him we wouldn't do anything to him. But again, to him. So, promise not broken.
I mean, he promised
to happen.
We promised that he leave his pretty face intact and that he never saw us again. There are
So what you're
plenty of
saying is,
You know,
loopholes.
we just all the
You think your mind fuck took hold?
Pretty sure, but maybe you're right.
Well, I trust that. If he doesn't remember, we should be fine. But if he does, it's probably better to just lose him.
Well, if we're gonna do this, get Vivi back.
I mean, we don't have to. It's not like a bloodthirsty killer, technically.
How about this? We let him think he's pretty much free to go, but we keep our promise to him that if we catch him doing what he's not supposed to do, then his life is forfeit. I'm good with that.
That works for me. You know that whoever she's been following is Jackson, right?
No, he's been following Damien and Critias.
I guess it could be Damien. I thought it was Jackson.
Yeah, because Damien's like the only one that rolls with the group regularly. So Damien, and Critias is the puppy guy, the puppy-haired guy, older man. They're kind of tied together in a way. I haven't quite figured that one out, but yeah.
He must be real older with a name like Critias.
Caesar, just around that time, I picture that.
That's what I hate about this whole thing, is that there are people that are that old. As if, like, senior citizens weren't annoying enough.
She turns to look at Bill. So, Alex with you, by the way? He was with you when we went in the bar, but is he with you now?
it's Bill in the room.
Yes.
He says, what was the name of that part that we were just thinking? It should be casual heroes. People were that hungry. Who won't leave? They tried to take my wallet, they tried to stick me up. It's been quite a few years since I was doing such an activity.
They what now? Tried to stick you up. Where's Alex?
He was a right guy. He has a new power now.
I think we should go outside and see what's going on.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, and with that, we shift to right, and Mr. Mactavish launches into an attack that is designed to literally your intestines on the side. You're not sure where the fuck they came from in that full swipe, but his hands, notice as they blur into action, the fingernails have grown and continue. Instead of seeming like fingernails, they're fairly thin, protections for the tip of that finger that seem like bone as they continue to extend.
You're not hiding any of this, are you? Alright then.
Why the fuck would we hide anything? If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it while he swipes to disavow a means as part of
Alright. My turn. First, how much damage did I take?
well, are you thinking, let's make it roll.
I'm going to try and dodge those first strikes, I guess. That'll probably make the most sense.
Nah, take it. You can do it. And that'll be very, very bad.
Okay, what do I have to roll?
Dexterity, athletics, are you gonna go full dodge, or are you gonna try and do first how you
I am going to try and punch him as well. So if I'm dodging, but I'm also going to try and strike, what would the roll be for the dodge?
Well, we're gonna use one die pool for action. It's defensive, depending on the results. You'll pretty much counter with bonuses going toward some attack. So that's going to be a strength plus.
Right, in that case, I'm going to activate prowess.
Alex is saying all this happened, right? The
And-
claws stretching out.
And I'm going to activate a blood surge for strength. By some miracle, I don't get any hungrier, but my dice pool is now doubled.
Okay. Let her rip.
I'm using willpower on this. That was pathetic.
Holy shit.
That's somewhat better.
All right. That changes the almost immediate. There we go. All right. So that will. All right. So
7 after all the bonuses, and then I have
So it's 2 to your roll, and so damage-wise, take that nice solid 3. 6 to his health chart, while unfortunately be receiving you has called through your midsection. Lucia, what's your total health?
5.
You have 1 unaggravated health level.
Holy. He's doing aggravated damage.
Yes, unfortunately. That's one of them being very close. Finger slicer, except for in this case of behind its connection, your intestines, luckily for you, are not filled food out waist high that you initially
He's leaning up against a waist-high fence.
Yeah, he has stopped and crouched over to look at his phone. Basically, consider yourself on a less than busy urban block. You have a few abandoned buildings that you picked out, plus another one. The street curb is lined with cars, letting you know that there are people that live in this area, live on this block. But for the moment, it's relatively quiet.
Alright, they're not by a car or anything, it's just them, sidewalk, and this fence.
Yes.
Alright, Alex is gonna panic over the fact that a clawed beast is swiping at Lucio. And I wanna blink over to the attacker and try to grab his head to smash him into the fence.
Alright. You know what number you need to beat. Make it happen.
Is that strength and brawl? Or oh wait, no. Is that a rouse check first?
For blink?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think so.
Yes, Blink is level 3.
Yep, there you go.
Alright.
Alright, make it happen, sir. In using the same die pool minus the 4. Alright, you have that one success. What's your strength?
My strength is 4, I believe.
Alright. There we go. Lucio, as you're wondering what the next things that are going to happen, Alexander closes his eye, and he and the beast, which just cut through all semblance of being the body, go crashing through the fence. While that's happening, you being one of the few who can actually help you control by Lucio, notice Vivi and Arsenio walk out of the gangway with a gentleman between them as if they're doing a purpose.
I'm going to let them do that. I'm going to follow Alex through the hole they made in the fence, and I'm going to activate Tenebrae Sabotage. I am not messing around anymore.
Nice. Oh.
Hungrier. And then a little bit hungrier.
Yes. Would you like to settle the matter that the darkness takes false?
You're breaking up a little bit. I can't tell what you're saying.
Would you like to handle the matter of darkness claiming another portion of Lucio's heart now? Or do you think you'd push it?
I feel like the adrenaline would keep him from dealing with that right now.
Okay. All right, and
insofar as
yes. Alright. Being as dizzy and as you in action, BV and Arsenio leaving, they be topside, at least outside of the basement, and hear crashing as people go crashing through wood fences fairly rarely, despite
Of course, it's not really that easy.
You go like one fucking day without killing somebody, just one.
How many maps? Let's go. Whatever it is, we gotta go find out what it is.
Do we though? I mean, we could go the other way.
I have a bad feeling. So I'm gonna go find out what it is.
Bill, do you second that emotion, or you?
Oh, Bill is making towards the rocks.
So as you guys discuss it, you feel more than see Bill rush past you in a blur of duster trench coat style flare, and while Lucio loses all semblance of physicality, Alexander, you are up close and personal with this monstrosity, and it is clear that you have just entered the list of things that need to be handled. What did you think, George? Because he had one fail-safe to get through this situation. That is to make sure you don't exist any longer. He focuses on returning the pain visited upon him to you. One good gift deserves another, after all.
I'm gonna try to spit acid into his eyes.
Okay, make it happen.
That's a rouse check, and is that gonna be dexterity and athletics, or?
Yes, let's do dexterity. And what's Alexander's total health?
His total health is 5.
Would you like to spend your willpower?
Yes. That means, roll again, right?
Yeah. Just click that little just click the little emoji underneath it, right there on the left.
Okay.
much better. You have just received in the exchange turn your vitae into its most acidic version and spew forth all of that vile liquidity. He slashes and lashes out. The exchange, however, does not result in positive being you numerous actions possible. What in fact happens is you spit acid continually all over his face and across his eyes as his claws slice and everything that lies underneath. You just received for the first time in the entirety of Alexander's being 4 levels of activated damage all at once. There are more excruciating things in the possibilities, but none that Alexander think of above the third. Ribs are split.
I got acid into his eyes. Holy cow. I'm gonna need to lie down.
Those of you with Blink who were closing on the scene managed to surpass Vivi and Arsenio. He decides to take off because he sees Lucio go through a fin with what looks like a cartoon esophagus hanging from his chest. Very uncomfortable feeling to watch someone you care about look as if they've been wounded to death. So you all blink past them, Arsenio beginning to pick up his pace, Vivi and all they are escorting the detective towards the fan to drop it back off the foot. You all get beds as Lucio shunks all semblance of flesh, becoming that demonic shadow of himself. And Arsenio, Alexander stands with a gaping maw, crisscross slashes, revealing all of his innards as Mactavish flails in the space between them, establishing a distance. He's of scent to back away from the attackers. What is he doing, seeing that both of your other co-leaders have been brutally attacked by this daring man who somehow, with everything that has happened to him, being the crushed visage, the acid stained face and eyes, is still on its feet.
Well, Crew is gonna shoot him in the head. From afar.
Being frustrated and sick of this with a growl, I am suddenly going to become heartbreakingly weeping tears of blood awesome. As I invoke my majesty.
Majesty affects everybody, right?
Oh yes.
Hestia.
Well, look who showed up. The very guy we were looking for. Lovely. Now... she pulls out her knife. And coats it in blood.
Lucio, he literally tried to kill you and almost killed Alex. What is it that your demonic avatar potentially unthreatened?
I am going to... I have a quick question. One of the things about cannabis avatar is that I can feed while engulfing someone. Does that work on vampires, or is that only on
It works on vampires. You wouldn't be able to do the job.
Well, no time like the present to satisfy my hunger, right? But he did say, take whatever opportunity you could.
So, in order of operations, Bill, you will shoot it, or you're going to take a second to aim.
I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna take, I think aiming is free for me, right? because I have the level 1. I always forget the name. Rapid reflexes.
Oh, you have that rapid reflexes? Well,
So I'm gonna take a second to aim. I'm gonna use unerring aim. So that's 1 rouse check. Oh, it's nothing but. Okay, I'm at 2 hunger now. Blood.
alright, so that being the case, you're going to resolve and firearm. And while that's happening, Dizzy, triggering majesty. You have your die, please.
I do.
Which button is the one that lets you roll automatically?
We got the left. OG. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know why.
This is that. Something on you did. You did, which specific? Go ahead and make that one. Alright, so Bill, would you be so kind as to Bill, Alexander, Lucio, and Hesha, would you be so kind as to roll your resolve for me?
Resolve and anything else?
Resolve plus composure. Alex, your resolve composure. Alright. So, you all are very much aware, or had been aware, that Dizzy had the gift of gab. She had the unerring ability to somehow, whether it was sniper-like fixation, sniper-like attack, little quick to idiot criticism, go through long and different conversations to attract the attention, to attract the eye. Never in happenings thus far has that unerring presence of wherewithal possessed you more than it does right now. In the midst of this bloody screaming hell, she is suddenly magnetically irresistible in terms of focus. Her hair is brighter, skin is smoother, her seeming dead is non-existent, her clean, shabby chic sort of just everyday dress. She is the center of the and why you hadn't noticed that about her previously is anyone's guess. Dizzy being the only person able to catch sight of Mactavish, see him back away, so his back hits the fence. When his back hits the fence, suddenly where he was, there is a dirty, wide-bodied, razorback hog sprinting off into the woods.
Are we done here? It looks like we're done here. Let's be done here.
Sure. Carefully puts his gun away and says look at this.
And the gangrel is shapeshifted and run off, I'm assuming from your description there.
Wide, large razorback hog find themselves out this late. Standing in the gaping maw of the fence is Arsenio, who is transfixed. Evie, who was already enamored with their presence, suddenly has the look that can only be described as the total adulation.
Will that trigger my compulsion? Horrible.
It could. However, you're particularly stressed. You have not had a failure or a critical of that magnitude just yet.
So I'll give it a minute for him to get a little distance, and then I will drop the majesty.
And suddenly, just like it began, out of no into an explanation that it was a viable option. The average version of yourself. Takes a few seconds. Maybe clear the stars from our eyes and our sending you sure what the fuck is.
Looking at you, Alex, and that wasn't going well.
Hey, little lady, how are you doing?
And with that realization that there is a physically capable and clearly more thought out person in the wild.
Wait, is the guy who just like clawed me open getting away?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, that needs to be stopped because he's the actual person we were all three looking for. I know that he almost killed me, but still.
Too late now.
With the realization that there is someone as dangerous as that haunting either the prince or the sheriff, as well as one of the oldest kingdoms in the city, having been provided relatively insider information as to their happenings, their as hounds of Primogen's will, prince's whims, will now have information that there will be the almost kindred assassin insider information as to how to get to and contravene those particular persons. Where are you guys headed?
I'm not doing anything before I go back to the Haven and rest. I'm about to die. I feel like I feel like a walking masquerade violation. And I also don't feel too good. Besides that, of course, being that, everyone else, you could figuratively see their heartbeat. When Majesty was activated, you could literally see mine. Or lack of being there.
You and I are in the same boat, I'm afraid.
Yep. My plan is to go back to the Haven, get some rest, and then go back to that bar that guy's supposed to run, I've heard, and see if he skipped town or if he's still there. Once I wake up the next night.
Yes, dear, we need to let Damien know, or probably the other guy who found out.
Yeah, we can do that once we get back to the Haven, because they need to be stitched up, so we'll go back and handle it from there.
And if I'm to understand that that's the same guy, the Mactavish dude, then if he resisted me while none of the rest of you did, then that's bad.
Yeah, pretty much, I'd assume so.
This is not a fight we were going to win.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I just,
So next
got a little ahead of
shoot him
myself.
first, and that quick over.
Next time we have a plan, we pick our battles, we pick our ground. We don't just, but you live, you learn. We've been cocky. We haven't lost yet, but I don't think we're going to win this one.
So heading back to the Haven, obtaining your van, you're starting along the way. In the course of traveling from where you are to the Haven, the realization that what levels of stakes you will have to enter into, killing versus assassination is a different scale of magnitude. And in that, especially with advanced intelligence that provided for the past. But for the first time, thanks to the stars that you have not accumulated enough status to be worthy of that level of attention. And with that, I want to thank you for a long session. Look forward to seeing you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. By the way, I want you to know that Alex being frustrated with Dizzy was totally in character. You definitely did the right thing, and I understand that as the player.
I didn't want anybody to die.
Yeah, Alex was just upset because he hurt Lucio and, like, just whoosh, instead of obfuscating and trying to sneak up on this giant bear, like with claws that could have killed him and ate him for breakfast. He just rushed in and threw him through a